It certainly did make it feel real. And I think the bust measurements was probably the moment of the measurement, what they call it, sizing Saturday, that made it the most real, because you sit with the sculptor, who's a world famous sculptor who does a lot of the busts, and he's been doing them for a while, and he's measuring, like, every little nose hair that you got and the giant ears I got. And he's like, "Oh man, don't think we've had a measurement that size before." But he's taking pictures, and then you get a chance to look at some of the work that he's done. And as kind of like a little bit of a history nerd, he's the first master sculptor that I ever met. And so I was really interested if he'd studied the works of like Da Vinci and all the great sculptors from Europe. And like, I just was like picking his brain about, hey, have you ever been to Florence? Have you been to Rome? Like, what's the most amazing sculpture that you've ever seen? And like, how do they give you perspective on like your own work? And he probably thought I was a pretty big nerd for asking all these questions, but I was really fascinated. And the process is they take your measurements, they take your pictures of your face, and then in April, they'll have like a clay mold somewhat carved out. And then you fly to his studio in Utah and you sit there for, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours. And then he kind of finishes the details and make sure that you're happy with what he's done. And then they take that, and I think they move that into bronze somehow.
Thank you, Scott.